And then you had, kind of that bittersweet ending of, yes, Shane Van Gisbergen won, but it wasn't, like a nail-biting finish. It wasn't, like, Ty Gibbs is going to, go against Shane Van Gisbergen, and it's like, they touched, like Larry McReynolds is on commentary, like he just all of a sudden appears, he starts talking about it like it's fucking Darlington, and it's Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch. But no, instead we got a caution, and then, he just kind of moseyed on into victory lane. So we went from NASCAR to like the ending of a PGA tournament, which, I'm sorry for any of you who I might offend again, but golfing is one of the most boring sports of all time. I'm sorry. Unless you're Happy Gilmore, I don't care about golf. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about some of the positives, because there were some positives. For instance, once again, Shane Van Gisbergen's skill is very much just right there on the wall. Like, the dude knows how to draft. He knows how to use the clutch. The clutch really came in handy. I mean, that beautiful pass, past Tyler Reddick, was, again, just phenomenal. He was really, keeping watch of his fuel, and at least for a minute, it was my favorite top four. It's like you had Shane Van Gisbergen, you had the Sauce Man, then you had Reddick, or I like to call him Sami Zayn Jr., and then you had, I think it was Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace? Somewhere along that line. I'd have to go back to my audio stream. And not to mention Bubba Wallace was also, someone who was able to pick up the pace a little bit, after getting spun out, until ironically he decided to go after Alex Bowman, and then, well, he paid the price for that. So, that happened. And I have no qualms, no hatred against Bubba Wallace, but all I will say is to both of them, you guys, like, come on, like, either of you, what are you doing? Like, yeah, I get it. You're pissed off. You want to get revenge. Either of you, it was wrong for Bubba to try to spin Bowman, but it was also just as wrong for Bowman to try to spin him out, in which he did, and it's like, okay, great, you spun him out, now what? Now what did you do? Now what? As far as I'm concerned, both of them could have done this way better, in my personal view, my personal opinion. You might not agree with it, but too bad, so sad. Anyways. Yeah, it definitely could have been a better race, in my opinion, but I think that Shane Van Gisbergen is just enough of a great highlight. However, once again, on one of the other big cons that I didn't really think about until I really thought about it, thanks to my friends at the Daily Downforce. I get that commercials are, part of NASCAR and just a part of professional, cable sports. But why would you cut to a picture-in-picture during Shane Van Gisbergen's burnout? What the fuck? Why? We love seeing burnouts. That's one of the coolest things about NASCAR. That's one of the things that even for those of which who are not like us, who aren't super huge fans, they're just casuals, or even just not even that. They're not even fans of NASCAR at all, but nonetheless, they still like the spectacle. The spectacle of knowing that a driver wins, and what does he do? He spins around and does donuts. Because, hey, even casual / non-NASCAR fans love Fast and Furious, right? Or they just love the idea of seeing a car just, just doing donuts. That's a damn spectacle, man. Why would you cut to the picture-in-picture? That's something that even Fox wouldn't do. Again, NASCAR, what are we doing? And that's why, in all honesty, I really don't want to. I want to give it an 8. I am somebody that I would like to say is pretty generous in regards to NASCAR, but I gotta give this a C+. Even though I'm gonna give it a B+, but only because of Shane. But honestly, no, it's a B. It's a B. And it's by an inch because of Shane. Because of Chase Briscoe, which, it's unfortunate to see what ended up happening to him, how he ended up having this epic battle between Shane Van Gisbergen, but then all of a sudden, spun out. So overall, you got some quality racing, but no doubt about it, definitely could have been much better. This has been In the Driver's Seat with Peter. Let me know your thoughts, your comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time.